Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are setting up our September budget, and so yeah, let's go ahead and hole punch these pages. I did not print out the entire budget packet that I created for this month. I only printed out 6 pages out of the 10. But my budget packets do come, if you buy the 1 month or the year, each month comes with 10 pages. So those are available in my shop. These specific ones are available in my shop as the Collie Year Planner. Where am I at? No, yeah, okay. So the binder that I have came from Walmart last year on clearance, and the dividers I purchased from the Dollar Tree a very hot minute ago, when everything was still $1. And yeah, so if you are new here, that is where everything came from. All of the pages that you see me use came from my shop. Wow, I cut that really off, but that's okay. We will work with it. Alright. Let me look at my calendar that I printed off. First starts on Friday, and we go through to the 30th. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and fill out my calendar and fill out this page as well. And then I'm going to play some music while I do that, and then I will be back in for you guys just a minute or so.
You know I met you in the dark, it was a Saturday night. Remember seeing you just dancing in the middle of the crowd. There was something about you, cause you got stuck in my mind. Stuck in my mind, stuck in my mind. I thought I'd give it a go and I started talking to you. I don't know what I said, but the next thing I knew is that I held you in my arms and you asked what we should do. What should we do? What should we do? I said you can do what you want to with me. Yeah, I won't mind. As long as you stay with me, I'm alright. I wanna hold ya.
Okay. So now that we have that done, I don't have a lot going on, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing in my shop yet for September. So I'm going to hold off on putting anything in that yet. I do know that I'm getting ready for some big things later in the year. But for September, I don't think I have anything major coming unless it's a new, special new item or something like that. But I have new items every week, so unless it's something really special, I don't really do that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is fill out our fixed and our variable expenses, and I never fill out the income. If you are new here, I try to keep a little bit of privacy on that. However, we do try to stick to approximately a $2,000 budget. I do estimate a little high on my budget, because I would rather be prepared and have too much estimated than when it actually comes. Like in August, I had a little bit of a surprise on my electric bill. Wasn't expecting. So I would rather be prepared and have too much estimated than be underprepared and not have enough estimated, and then my budget is completely out of whack by the end of the month, like August is going to be. And you will see that this week and next week. So yeah, but or later this week and next week. But for September, we should be right on par with what I need to accomplish. So we should be good. Yeah. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and fill this portion out, and then I will come back and we'll kind of go over the numbers, okay? Meanwhile, I'll give you some more music to listen to, and we'll just go ahead and get this done. I wanna hold ya. You represent lips, blue eyes, black skinny jeans, and every room you walk into, you're always setting the scene. I wanna hold ya, hold ya. We went out of the club and we started walking the streets, and then we stopped for a while and you said you wanna kiss me. I remember thinking, is this really happening? Happening. I never thought I'd meet someone so beautiful. I couldn't quite believe it, it was magical. Just kissing under streetlights on our way back home. Our way back home, our way back home. I said you can do what you want to with me, yeah, I won't mind. As long as you stay with me, I'm alright. I wanna hold ya. Baby, I can fall for ya. I wanna hold ya. Baby, I can fall for ya. You got those red lips, blue eyes, black skinny jeans, and every room you walk in. Okay, now that I have all the categories set out, now we're going to plug in some numbers and go from there. I do have my calculator at the ready, so we're just going to plug in some numbers. Rent is $550 as always. Electric, I am estimating $130 because we have been running our air conditioner, and that jumped our electric up in August well past where I had budgeted for. And so I want to be prepared for September just in case. I haven't gotten my electric bill yet, and I haven't gotten one to check it yet either. But I am preparing myself just in case it's similar to August. Water usually runs approximately $85. Gas, and that is natural gas for the house for heating, cooking, you know, all that. Internet is $150. I know the internet's a little high, but I have Starlink where I live. I don't have many options. I have to have satellite internet, and no matter which company I go with, I'm paying about that. At least Starlink is pretty reliable. So car payment $350. Our car insurance is approximately $116, so that's good. A firm is $27, and for a firm, our air conditioner went bad for the house, and we only have one air conditioner that we run. It's approximately a 14,000 BTU AC, and I didn't have all the cash that I needed in order to get a new one. So I went through Walmart, and you have an option on walmart.com to use a firm as the payment, and it gave me an option for a monthly payment instead of a weekly or bi-weekly or anything like that. So I took it, and I know in the long run it's going to hurt me, but for now it's what I can do, so it doesn't send my budget skyrocketing, and we are able to keep cool. And if you know anything about West Virginia is a very hot, humid state, so I cannot take the hot. So I opted to go ahead and get the AC. So, okay, I do have an extra credit card now. I was a very bad girl and opted to accept another offer. However, I'm using that one for my business, so I guess it's a business credit card per se, although it's a personal credit card. I don't know. At any rate, until my business is capable of supplying for all of its bills, I will be keeping it on this budget for the time being. just so I know it gets paid and I don't have to worry about it, because we ain't messing up our credit. We ain't doing that. So for one credit card, I'm going to put 35 because I am trying to do the snowball method on it. And the other two, their minimum payments are $25, so it's nothing major. And vehicle gas, we do try to keep it around $80 a month. And I'm able to do that living all the way out here in the country because I, number one, don't go very many places. We only go out to town, you know, maybe 1-2 times a week, if that, and maybe one extra trip out or two. So we don't travel a huge amount. And then also we have a very good on gas vehicle. So I wanted something that I was going to be able to afford, not only payments wise, but, you know, maintenance and keep up and, you know, all that stuff. So I'm able to keep it at $80 a month, and I'm very happy about that. However, the next few months I may have to up that a little bit. We'll see in September, but I get really I travel a little bit more in those months because I'm finishing up my Christmas decorations. Yes, decorations, but I'm finishing up my Christmas shopping, so I travel a little bit more. All through the year I start like right after Christmas purchasing for the next Christmas so that it's not so hard on me come Christmas time. So every month I'm picking something up, usually, or every other month or so. Especially if I find it on clearance, I go ahead and grab that baby up and put it in a tote, and I have it come Christmas time. So if you're not doing that and you're having a hard time with Christmas, I would highly recommend doing that, especially the day after Christmas sales. If you can get out to get anything, I would highly recommend doing that, because that is when it's going to be the cheapest if you're looking for specific Christmas themed items. However, throughout the year, everything at some point in time is going to go on clearance. So I shop the clearance all year round. I don't care if it's on clearance. I peel that sticker off, you never know the difference, and it's still a good item. But I get it at a very good discount. Anyway, that's my little tidbit for how to keep Christmas under control on the budget and not putting it on credit. Christmas I like to fund completely with just cash, and not have any bills after Christmas, if that makes sense. So that's how I do it. That's how I've done it for years, and it works for me. So groceries, we're going to budget $321 online. I bumped that up to $80, and I will tell you why. So when my business is not able to pay for its what do you call it, subscriptions and things like that, my regular budget covers it. So although in July I had a fabulous bring home from my business, from my shop, August is not turning out as nicely. That is okay. I'm still getting something, and I'm happy with that. Any business, you have highs and lows, right? So as long as I am able to make sure everything's covered, again, my business for the most part is not bankrolled through credit. Although I do have an extra credit card, the minimum payment being $25, I'm still only using about $25 to $50 on that credit card. Whatever it is, I want to pay it off, you know, the following month. That way I am able to keep up with it and not be overdrawn or anything like that on the card, or maxed out or whatever. So I don't like using the credit. I will, because I added some shirts and things like that, so I needed to have a means to cover that until Etsy pays me. But at the same time, I want it to be like a fully cash funded type business. That way I don't have a lot of credit debt and things like that. So up to this point, I have bankrolled my business completely through me. So my business owes me money, but I don't owe a creditor money. Does that make sense? Okay. So medical, I do need to up this. Some of Gary's medicines I have to pay for out of pocket on refills and things like that. So $10 is not going to cut it anymore. He was put on some new medications added to his other medications. So I am going to adjust that. And I didn't on my mock budget. So I'm going to be off a little bit on my numbers, but that is okay. I need to adjust it because otherwise I'm going to be short later, and I don't want to be short later, if that makes sense. Now, groceries and necessities I separate in my budget. That's how my brain works. And I keep food under groceries, only food. And necessities is anything household and things like that. Pets I keep on their own budget as well. But that just helps me break things down and understand, okay, I've got this much allotted. I've got this much allotted. You know what I mean? So I don't go over budget, and I don't accidentally, spend too much when I'm not able to, if that makes sense. My brain just works better when I separate the categories as opposed to lumping them all up into just groceries. So necessities I have at $75. Pets I have at $85. Sinking funds, I did bump this one up just a smidgen. 185. I usually have sinking funds at 182, but I bumped it up $3 because my trash bill is not just $90. It's like 96, 95 and change, so $96. And since I only put $30 in last month, as to where I should have put $32 in, this month and next month it's going to be $3, so it'll be $33 in the trash envelope instead of just the $30. That way I'm covered completely and I don't have to worry about it. But after this section, because my trash bill charges me every 3 months, so after next month I will go to $184 is what it'll come down to, I think. Yeah. That way, I know it's only $1, but every dollar counts, right? So that way it's a little bit easier, it's a little bit more broken up, and I don't have to worry so much if one month I don't have the extra dollar or something like that. Believe it or not, $1 can break my budget. So I'm trying to get everything on par. I also, hubby and I were talking, and in the summertime our electric bill goes up because we use the AC unit. So I'm thinking starting January I'm going to start an electric envelope, just so in the summertime I have that little bit of padding. So when I have the month where it spikes, or months where it spikes in amount, I have the coverage and I don't have to worry about it so much in my budget, and it's not going to throw me off as much as it did this past month. I can already tell you now August is going to be over budget, but you know what? It's fine. I take the curveballs and we work with it. I'm still hammering out my budget and getting it into a place where it is workable for us. I know I'm already in September and it should be hammered out by now, but I'm not. Unfortunately, we do get curveballs quite a bit. Okay, not quite a bit, but we do get curveballs, and it throws us for a loop. June really threw us for a curveball, because if you had been with me for a hot minute, you know that our vehicle broke down, and we were down for over a month with no vehicle whatsoever. So it was cheaper for us to go and buy a vehicle than it was to fix up the one that we had. Believe it or not, it was. So I took all my sinking funds, I took everything that we had, I sold a couple things and came up with a down payment, and we bought a new to us vehicle, and we was able to keep the payments in a range that we could afford. I would have preferred the payment to be a little bit lower, but our credit rating wasn't as high as I would have liked either. I had planned originally on not buying a car until next year. We were working on our credit and everything, but the lower your credit, the higher the payment. So, our credit wasn't horrible, but it could have been better by the time we had originally planned to purchase the vehicle. However, life happens, and that specific item got pushed up on the docket. So we bit the bullet. June, we went ahead and got the car, and so now I don't regret it in any way, shape, or form. We needed it, and we are able to afford it, so it's fine. But budget wise, that threw my budget for a little bit of a loop. And I'm still catching up from that. But it's fine. I mean, we're able to do it. It's not that big of a deal, but I would have preferred it to be next year. I would have had a bigger down payment. Our credit would have been a little better. All of that stuff actually affects your loan, everything. But we had to jump the gun. Circumstances didn't permit us waiting, and so yeah, it is what it is. So allowances, I put $30 per person every month. And appliances, our payments on that is $50. Okay, so
you're always setting the scene.
fixed expenses is $15.99. I feel like that's lower than what it usually is.
Met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark.
And our variable expenses is $906. Making our total estimate $25.05. So that's not great, but it's not super bad either for an estimate. But yeah, that is going to be our monthly setup for September. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a great big huge thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Are you guys already preparing your budget for September, or do you wait until that month? I know last month I asked a similar question, and a couple of you mentioned that you wait until closer to that month to get started. I used to do that. I used to wait until payday and then sit down and budget, but I've found, and for you, if that works for you, great, fabulous. It didn't work for me. So sit down about mid-month and actually budget out for the following month. So that is how my brain is working better on our monthly budget, and I'm able to make sure everything's paid. I don't have any creditors coming after me or anything like that. And make sure, you know, things stay kind of like they're supposed to. So, yeah, this is our monthly budget for September. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.